Okay, guys, we are now in the game, just a couple minutes late here. But it is going to be the Semi-Pro Cup Series, Season 52. And my name's Night Vision. I'm pretty new to casting, but we're going to give it a shot here and do our very best. So, on the Radiant team, it looks like we have standing Taku on Morana in the bottom lane. On the top lane, we have... actually, it looks like we might be a First Blood here. Actually, First Blood was already called, and Bane could fall to the Viper here. Witch Doctor barely dying too. Actually, tons of aggression right off the bat. Clinks might be falling to the Sniper here, taking lots of poison damage over time. And things are going to settle down for the moment, it looks like. Okay, so on the Dire side, top, it looks like we're going to have a Viper and a Wraith King. Mid, we have a Death Prophet, stand-in. Guess a stand-in. And Taku on the bottom lane as Morana. Doom is going to be taking the bottom lane as well for the Radiant team. Hot Hands. Mid is going to be Monib. Actually, might die here. The Meepo just trying to micro to get out of there. Does get a couple successful nets off. One more right click is going to take him down. Actually, barely gets out of there. Is this last right click going to get him? No, the Crypt Swarm does miss. This Meepo should be able to do it. The one right click. Why did he go back in? I have no idea why he actually went back in that fight. But anyways, he will fall to the Morana's last right click. Let's continue to take a look at teams. Skywrath Mage is being played by Melisam in the top lane for the Radiant, and the Shanganator on the Bane. Clinks is going to be played by Cheech. So already it looks like there's wow, 2 minutes into the game, we already have a swing of gold in favor for the Dire team. They have 1,000 lead. And yeah, continued aggression top here. Looks like 500 XP in the lead for the Dire. Death Prophet mid. And possible gank here. Looks like there was a little bit of smoking up from Bane and Skywrath Mage. We'll see if the Death Prophet's going to get out of the position. Now, they're also going to be watching if she is going to be sent to base at all. The Arcane Bolt are sent off, and the nets are attempted by Meepo, but he needs to back off, actually taking tons of creep aggro. The Crypt Swarm barely missing that last Meepo, and Death Prophet doing very good, surviving against these ganks. Meanwhile, Wraith King looking to get the kill, clean up whatever he can, but the opportunity is no longer there. So he's going to be returning, looks like top. In the midst of all this, looks like Nature's Prophet. Death Prophet is still able to get the lead on the last hits with 20 last hits and 3 denies. And bottom, Morana with the 18 last hits and 2 denies. She's also doing quite well. She's leveling up quickly. 3 minutes and 47 seconds into the game. She's already 5.5. And tries to arrow, is able to get the Doom. She will take it down with one more hit. And the Doom starting off to be looking at a disadvantage. Meepo mid playing pretty aggressively, constantly looking for this Death Prophet. And it looks like the Dire does have the rune control, and Death Prophet will be picking up the double damage rune. Clink's just soaking up experience for the Radiant. Top. And playing pretty aggressively here. He does have Skeleton Walk leveled, so he's going to be able to run away if he needs to, and does not look like there's any vision on the Dire team. So yeah, he's going to feel quite safe to do this. In the meantime, tower's starting to get pushed, but Viper safely able to continue. Oh, it looks like actually Morana did fall eventually to the Radiant bottom. Doom got his revenge, and they're going to continue to push the bottom lane. Yeah, I think they're going to try and take an early tower here. Scorched Earth is being used by Doom, and they're going to right-click that thing and just focus fire it as quickly as possible. Looks like it's not going to be contested. The arrow actually does land on the Doom once again. And are we going to see a Star Storm? No, we aren't. And and they back off from the tower, doing lots of damage to it. In the meanwhile, wow, 5 minutes into the game, almost already taking it. Meepo does get a good net, but it's taking tons of damage. Death Prophet is able to pop an Exorcism. One more right click is going to do it, and the Meepo will fall once again. That Death Prophet doing an amazing job just contesting. Will be pushing up the creep wave, meanwhile, with Exorcism. And no, she's going to get all that damage that she's dealing back as health in just a moment. So she's feeling quite safe. That engagement went out perfectly for her. Clinks, level 4, 6 minutes in. Hasn't been able to soak up as much XP as he probably was wanting. We'll see if there's detection in the top lane. Well, there is smoke. So that's another option for taking care of the Clinks if they do smoke up. A little more risky, but detection definitely the best option. Meepo has been able to pick up his Tranquils and has also 3 Iron Branches. Gets hit by that Crypt Swarm. It's been finishing Meepo time and time again. Death Prophet now with 39 last hits and 6 denies. The gold and experience still looking to be swung in the direction of the Dire at 2,000 for each of them. But Radiant really looking to take this tower here. The arrow one more time getting the Doom and the TP in. They're going to be able to finish him off. The Starfall is going to be dealing most of the damage, and they, no problem, are able to take out that Doom with a long stun from Mirana's Sacred Arrow. Looks like mid, Meepo might fall one more time. Already 7 kills against the Radiant team. And the Skywrath Mage, Arcading Bolt, and doesn't quite have his level 6, isn't able to deal all the damage that he wants to, but still is able to get the kill. Meepo playing a little aggressively in the meantime, not going back to base, feels pretty safe with the team fight. Now, the warding hasn't been too aggressive yet. We just have 1 ward here and actually no rune control from either team. They'll just continue to push. They see that the Death Prophet is down, and 3 are missing at the moment. Okay, now I don't think they see the Wraith King, and the Wraith King has smoked up. Oh, but it is canceled. He does have a stun. If he's able to land the stun, I think he's going to be very safe in killing the Meepo. And the Mirana ult is going to give him a little bit of extra speed as well as the invisibility. And he decides to back off. Just going to walk away with the double damage rune and stay in Moonlight Shadow. Mirana playing a very successful game so far with her arrows. And still, 2,000 gold and experience lead for the Dire. Exorcism is popped one more time, and they're going to start really tanking this damage on the tower. Meepo getting stunned. Trying to pull the creep wave aggro just so that they minimize the amount of damage that they can do. And doing a good job poofing. Second Meepo in. And the first Meepo likely is going to be starting to get sent to base. No, the Tranquils are going to do sufficient healing. He's going to feel safe to stay in lane. And they are successfully able to contend that push while Exorcism is up. Well done. Now, bottom tower is just ready to be denied by the Dire. Mirana's going to go back right now and take care of it. And Doom hasn't had the most success this game. Actually, Mirana won't deny the tower. She's going to prefer that the vision is there in the meantime. And this is an interesting decision. There isn't a lot of wards going up so far. So she doesn't exactly know that the vision is there to know that somebody isn't around the corner just trying to get that tower gold. Okay, at this point now she decides to deny it. And maybe that was actually bait. That could have been bait. Yep, I think she was baiting. Crypt Swarm. Faked by the Death Prophet. Trying to get that Meepo. Of course, so successful. Meepo at this point in the game, only 853 hit points. Now does have 10 armor, but just not enough hit points to stay completely safe from all that magic damage. Now level 10 with 51 last hits. And Death Prophet, 9 minutes, 50 seconds in, has hit about 51 hits. So that is a little bit more than about 50% of the total creeps. If she were to stay in lane the entire time, she would be able to technically, she'd be able to get 100 last hits. So 10 CS a minute. But still doing very good, and it gets the aggression. Able to keep on farming. Doing very good now. The push top. Viper's looking to deal as much damage as he can. He does have the advantage of having the creep wave pushed up. Bane, however, nightmares him, causing him to go back. And Witch Doctor trading off the nightmare. sends off the paralyzing cask, and the arcane bolt is going to finish the Witch Doctor. Just barely. The Skywraith Mage doing a very good job. The Viper as well will fall. And they continue to push top. Bane needing to get sent back to base. Only 100, well, only basically 100 health. Now mid-tier for the Radiant will fall. While they were able to defend top, the space was created mid, and the trade did happen. And once again, this is Team Hot Hands versus Dicks in the Semi-Pro Cup Series, Series 52. Okay, Meepo is probably going to start transitioning fairly soon to jungling. We're seeing some good micro come out. Meepo was top, looking to get the experience from the creep waves, and trying to get that momentum as fast as he can to take it to the late game. 11 minutes in. Level 9. Sniper already has his mech. Scales very well with the corrosive skin, of course. With the extra mana regen, with the extra HP regen and health available to him, that corrosive skin, if you can level that up, it can be a very effective, almost like a blade mail built right into Viper. So he wants to maximize that. Looks like there's going to be a bit of clash top. The Doom level does have the Doom used, and the Death Ward is going to finish him off here. Just not able to get away fast enough. Skywrath does just barely... No, he doesn't dodge the Crypt Swarm. Running for his life, he realizes 2 more last hits, it's going to do it. Bane threatening. But Skywrath Mage, fortunately, able to just TP out of there in time. Oh, and this Yule Scepter is able to cancel the TP of the Bane, and Bane's not going to make it out of there. One more Crypt Swarm is going to take him down. Meepo now gathering bottom, looking for effective Meepo split push, and already has his point booster, and gonna work on that Eye of Scotty. Oh no, pardon me, he's not gonna do that. I believe he's just gonna go straight to his Aghanim Scepter. Yeah, of course. A little bit of a counter push mid. And let's take a look at wards here. It looks like the Radiant does have a Roche ward. They also have a mid lane ward. They do have a little bit of rune control. Rune isn't up for another minute. And yeah, double, and the Dire rather is also controlling the ganking lane here mid, just below the river. So they do start to have pretty aggressive wards. They will start to see if anything happens. Now a clash happening mid. Paralyzing Cask is sent off by the Witch Doctor. Looks to try and set up things, but Death Ward is up. Is he going to let it down? No, just not enough heroes in the area to make it worthwhile at this point. And Wraith King also looking to bait a bit of a situation. He does have his stun up, so he wants to maximize that effectiveness. Chooses it's not the best time at this point, and just backs off during that engagement. Meepo doing his very best to split push here, and looks like he will be able to continue the split push, continue poofing, and clearing those creep waves. In the meantime, looking pretty scary. Exorcism isn't up for another 30 seconds. Doom now is able to doom the Death Prophet very, very big. And she's going to be cut out of the fight. Now, that would have been a good engagement moment, but the creep wave has started to do tower damage. And that really created a lot of space for Meepo to continue split pushing. Now, the Death Prophet will have Exorcism up momentarily. Another 10 seconds from now. And she is not going to push the middle lane. She says, okay, we're just going to continue to farm for a bit and need to wait until we're all ready to go. The time is not now. It's been a 1-for-1 trade for towers so far. Chris Form is sent off mid, trying to do some AoE damage there. And Exorcism still not popped. Paralyzing Cast starting to stun Doom quite well. Are we going to see a Death Ward? Yes, the Witch Doctor is able to open up and finish off the Doom. Doom did have his ulti down for another 43 seconds, so it wasn't as big of a loss. Looks like Mirana's ult is used, and they're looking to get in position. Or, no, the TP out. We're likely going to see a retreat. Still, they were able to get the Doom. Space has been created, though, for this Meepo to continue to split push, and he's been able to take the top tower And nearly this, well, actually, not too close to getting the bottom top dire tower. Exorcism is popped mid, and just melting that tower. Already 15 minutes into the game, trying to take the tier 2. Skywrath Mage, seeing if he could focus anybody down. Are they going to get the deny? No, they were not able to get the deny. And the Starfall is able to do lots of damage. They do finish off the Death Prophet. Massive kill there. Very important. Bane, able to deal lots of damage to Wraith King. He does still have his reincarnation up. The Doom does go down on the Mirana, so no arrows from Mirana. And Klink's trying to clean up the situation. Paralyzing Cask. No, actually, that's not out. But Klink's will be able to finish off the Witch Doctor to one more hit. Doom doing his very best to finish this off. Doesn't quite finish off the Mirana. They don't have a long-range stun at this point, unless there's an Arcane Bolt ready. No, just out of position.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Sorry, concussion shot. Yeah, it was a concussive shot that I was looking to do. And the Radiant will push up mid. Now let's take a look here. The Dire still has the advantage. Oh, actually, the damage focus is going on Wraith King. They are able to focus him, but not pop his whatever that ability is that he resurrects with. Oh my goodness, reincarnation. It actually was popped a few minutes ago, and it turns out that they just decide to back up after the engagement. Semipro continuing to farm up well, now level 13. And this is the exact, even though he's died 4 times, this is the exact kind of momentum that he needs to make this work late game. They want to be able to finish this game, ideally before the 35-minute mark. Meepo starts to go a little bit downhill in his effectiveness after that. If he can shoot up to 25 first, get the effectiveness of his stuns going on, and poofs, of course, taking people out of, just cutting people off and creating space. If he's able to do that, then he's in a good situation. But if it goes too late, then his right clicks, and unless he has really powerful items, he's it just is a bit. Sorry about the sound there, guys. Just as base damage, he doesn't do too much. Okay, Meepo just about dying. He does die. He falls to the Crypt Swarm. And the Viper, in the meantime, is doomed. But Doom himself will fall. He's got nowhere to go at this point. The arrow is down, but the right clicks are able to just easily take care of him. And no deny is necessary. We got the Paralyzing Cast. We got the mech on the Viper. And able to get a 2-for-1 trade.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Let's take a look here at the ward situation. It looks like the Dire does have a ward on the Roshan, and we might see some attempts coming up pretty soon. We also have the Radiant having a ward on the Roshan, so they know what's going on there. Are we going to see this possibly right away? Yes, we will see the attempt, and the Radiant see it, and are they? We're not seeing pings at this point. Okay, they are starting to move. Now we could see an engagement here. I don't know if they're going to be able to finish this on time. Everybody's moving towards the Roshan. They're just figuring out, okay, whether or not they want to do it or not. They realize that he can't be focused down too quickly. Klinks is going to be the scouter. Mirana able to get the aerial vision. Now they know that the Skywrath Mage and the Bane are there. They're prepared for this attack. The Exorcism is popped, so that's not going to be available during the team fight. They really want to take this Roshan and run away. Doom doesn't have Doom up for another 10 seconds. And Roshan does fall. And they decide to not contest it. They're just going to continue to split up and farm. And Exorcism, not going to be needed. Oh no. Doom does catch himself off guard, and he does get stunned. Death Ward doing massive amounts of damage to the Klinks. And Bane trying to run, but is being slowed by the poison damage from the Viper. And of course the Bane actually does. Oh, he doesn't get away from that Crypt Swarm. A couple more right clicks from the Klinks and will take down the Witch Doctor. Can he get one more? He decides to go back. They know that the sentry wards are in the area, so Klink loses his effectiveness. He knows that one more hit could cost him his life. Decides to back off. These guys are just absolutely right on top of each other and they have no idea. Or did they know? Now they do know. And Clinks opens up. See if we can get one more hit. No. The Death Prophet has the Sentry Ward there. And will the arrow connect? No, it just barely does not connect. Doom seeing if he can get an opportunity here. But tries to open up with the Scorched Earth. And without the Doom, he decides to back off from the engagement. Meepo now with 150 last hits, 20 minutes into the game, doing quite well. Has level 16 already, has his Agnums. Just about the level 3 Divide We Stand, and he's going to be in good shape for that 35-minute mark. Wraith King now picked up the Blade Mail. He's going to want to be stunning and being at the front of fights, taking as much aggro as possible from the enemy heroes. And Death Prophet, of course, in the back, popping the Exorcism when it's a good time, doing the massive amounts of damage. She does have Shiva's Guard, so she's getting quite tanky with 20 armor already. And her team is going to be wanting to protect her. Again, Witch Doctor wanting to pop that Death Ward as soon as he has the opportunity, and will want to do that from the back of the fight. Mirana, who already has her Mjolnir farmed up from the Midas, and the time in the jungle, is looking to go with her team, and yeah, they will be trying to engage this tier 2. And they should be able to take it, no problem contested. They will trade with top. And Scorched Earth will not even be used to clear this creep wave here. They're feeling confident enough. Just right-clicking this tower down, and they're going to save that for the next. No, they decide to TP back, and they realize that their Rax is in potential danger here. They have the creep wave all pushed up. Exorcism is popped. Are they going to be able to take this? Doom is hit with the arrow, and is he going to be able to go back? The Mjolnir and the Wraith King do a phenomenal job. Dishing out massive amounts of damage. The Death Ward is popped as well, and they are just getting decimated by the Death Ward combination with the Exorcism. They need to back out, even if it costs them their Wrath. The arrow is sent out and does connect with the Clinks, followed up by the Chain Stun from Wraith King. And things not looking good at all for Hot Hands. XP disadvantage of 5,000, and gold looking to be almost 10,000 of a disadvantage. And after that Rax, that's going to bring us right up to the 10,000 mark. So even though Meepo is fed, he just unfortunately wasn't able to deal the damage. The Exorcism does such a scary amount, and of course if one Meepo gets focused down by the Death Ward, they're all going to fall. So a very good counter. Now the pause. Let's take a look at items. Meepo does still have the Orb of Venom, trying to get the slow as he's poofing. As his Tranquils and the Aghanim Scepter. And now, fresh on him is the Blink. He has $1,700 in the bank. And we'll see what he goes for next late game. You know, it's still mid-game. No, it's not late game yet. Doom has Doom up. And we'll see what their response is here. They need to push towers, obviously. And they've lost one Rax. The creep wave is sort of pushed top at the moment, but they're also in a scary situation. I mean, the DPS from the other team is just absolutely climbing. We got the Mjolnir on Mirana, we got the Blade Mail on Wraith King, and he's going to be taking the front of the fight. Viper has a mech, scales very well on Viper, and Death Prophet again. Shiva's Guard is going to keep everybody locked in the fight. They're not going to be able to go anywhere. She's going to open up with Yule's Scepter to target someone down at the very beginning. And of course has so much armor from the Shivas. So she's very tanky. She can actually play a little more in the middle of the fight with their Exorcism. She can be a little more aggressive. Clinks does have his Orchid, so he's looking to focus down as fast as possible. Now it's nice if they can take care of a Witch Doctor, especially when his ult is down. And Doom still just with a mech. Bane has a few options that he could go into. He might choose a Force Staff. He could do a Yule Scepter himself. You might see a Force Staff come off on him. And we are just waiting for the Skywrath Mage, who is DC'd at the moment. For those of you who are just joining Twitch, welcome. This is the Semi-Pro Cup series that we're casting. Series 52 with Hot Hands versus Dicks. You know, Meepo is still doing quite well here. He's got 181 last hits, and the farm on him is very nice. With all those Meepos, he does have the level 3 Divided We Stand. So maximizing his opportunity there. We might see a hard play on him next. He could be saving up for his Reaver and just looking to tank during team fights. If he gets fed enough, the Exorcism, I don't think is going to do quite enough damage. And quite a long pause here. Be nice if I had a co-caster to give a little bit more detail on the behind the scenes of what's going on with these players. Unfortunately, I just don't know enough about them to really tell you the backstory. But we can take a look at the series that we're a part of. Yeah, I'm just going to open up the tournament website so we can get a little bit of detail here of what's going on. Okay, so this is the semifinals, it looks like. And how much money are they competing for? Okay, $100. This is for $100. And yeah, semifinal game. Whoever wins this, and right now it is looking like Spaghetti has the upper hand. They will be facing Tenjin for the $100 of the Semi-Pro Cup Series. And it looks like they've had to play 5 games so far. And I wonder if that's all today. If it's, yeah, I think it's 5 games in a row that they just play. Just a single elimination. And, a lot of fun. Very cool. Skywrath Mage obviously having some problems here. Still paused. Oh, it seems like this has been happening today for some of the other teams. Great. Lappy was finally able to make it. And it looks like the pause is going to come off fairly soon here. And we'll see how Hot Hands is able to deal with the situation. And the unpause is done. Wraith King now continues to be in the Radiant jungle. And are they going to be able to see him? Yes, they do. They get the net off. Meepo successfully is able to poof, do all kinds of damage, even though with the... Okay, and they pop the reincarnation. We'll see if the slow is going to be able to... Nope. Doom very easily able to finish him off. And they right-click him. And Wraith King is going to be out of the fight with reincarnation down for 250 seconds. Not the safest place to farm. Death Prophet just picking up the haste rune, refilling her bottle, and we might see that. Used to split push. She might be wanting to push top in the meantime. Take that top tower. I really like that Orchid on Clinks. Obviously, with Clinks' ability to just deal unreal damage with the Searing Arrows. Gets maximized with the Orchid, and yeah, he's really online at this point. If he catches anybody off guard, he's going to feel very comfortable opening up with that Orchid and just taking him down. Viper's continuing to farm, and could be going for his Aghanim Scepter. We're probably gonna see that. And a possible engagement coming in mid. Death Prophet just avoiding some of those nets. Let's take a look at the levels now. Yeah, almost level 19 on Meepo, 25 minutes in. And he's going to be very formidable this next fight. This game is not over, and definitely able to come back from this. They are 10,000 gold in the hole. And but only about 3,500 XP in the hole, so they definitely have the they have the ability to come back from this. Ghost Scepter now and Skywrath Mage, and likely going to finish off an E-Blade, so he can deal all of his magic damage and take down whoever he needs to. Probably going to be targeting the Death Prophet. Okay, now top looks like they're going to be taking out this tower, but. Team Hot Hand says, no, we're going to smoke up and we're going to make sure that you're caught out of position when you are not expecting it. So here they come. 4 heroes against 5, and they are able to open up with a concussion shot. The damage amplification is able to get the Witch Doctor, but Bane will fall. Skywrath Mage looking to fall away from there, but unfortunately he himself dies. Meepo still able to do lots of damage and getting kills himself. There is going to be a 2-for-2 trade during this team fight. Mirana able to successfully TP away. Meepo saying, no, it's not quite worth it to go after. Oh, he does. He does try to blank and net. Not successful in canceling the TP. Good attempt. This does force Team Dix back into their base. And in the meantime, there's going to be a push coming out from Hot Hands. Meepo now level 20. Very, very effectively farming. Has his 2 ultimate arms now. And definitely going for that Eye of Skadi. Yeah, I thought he was going to be going for his ulti, but or his heart rather, but decides that the Eye of Skadi is a little bit better. Okay, now Clink's caught out of position a bit. They don't have vision on him, but okay, now they do have vision on him, and the follow-up arrow is just going to finish that Clinks off. Wasn't able to make that work for him, and will fall to Team Dix. Bane now trying to run away. Shiva's guards get popped. Is going to be down now for another 23 seconds, but not successful in slowing him down. Death Prophet's armor is 21 now. And is successful in getting the net off. The Meepo now with the poofs, and to save herself, does Yule's Scepter to avoid all those poofs. Exorcism is popped, doing massive amounts of damage to Meepo, but still manages to finish it off. Now the targeting from Skywrath Mage on Viper, they are able to finish that off, and that is actually a great gold swing. Okay, now Skywrath trying to target the Wraith King, but the Death Ward doing huge, massive damage. They are just not able to finish off that Witch Doctor before he can successfully do the damage he was created to do. Doom as well, falling. Oh, just barely saving himself, actually, but falls, ends up to the right click of Murana. Murana, meanwhile, is doomed, but just sitting inside the Voodoo Restoration, has absolutely no problem staying alive. That will be an unfortunate, almost a team wipe for Team Hot Hands. Meepo just barely able to getting out of there during that push, and Dix only losing 2. Now Meepo possibly dying here. Is he going to blink back into the battle? No, he decides it's a little bit too dangerous. And Arrow is down for another 10 seconds. He is able to get away. And decides to net back in. Blink net. And Meepo says this is actually a potentially good situation. Does poof the Skyfall. Does the damage. Finishes off the Meepo though. And it is going to be a trade. They do get the Death Prophet, but finishing off the Meepo as well and keeping him at bay. 29 minutes into the game. Dix has 29 and Hot Hands at 18 kills. Looking to take this second Rax. Concussive shot is used and Blade Mail popped by Wraith King saying, no, if you want to send that over my way, you're going to end up getting damaged yourself. And they decide to postpone the push just for a moment longer. Wait until everybody's here. And Exorcism is going to be up in 5 seconds. So we're going to see possibly a second Rax come down at this point. And Skywrath has his ultimate up, but just doesn't have the support nearby to contest this. Doom is up now, and he's going to look to see what he can make happen at this point. It's really hard to get in there. That's the problem. Orchid is up on the Clinks. Doom is up on Doom. Skywrath Mage has the Mystic Flare. Will he be able to counter push? No. They just decide to let the barracks go. And their only hope is to take on those engagements when Exorcism is not up. And Death Ward, unfortunately, is going to be up already. In the meantime, they're going to be taking Roche. Trying to buy some time in the meantime while they're waiting for Exorcism to be up. They can take care of that Roche and continue farming. They might even focus down tier 2 top of the Dire. Very, very scary for Team Hot Hands to engage this. Cheech is thinking, okay, maybe I can farm a little bit here, but I'm not going any closer than that. Has his Chrysalis now, so looking to quickly gank if he can catch anybody out of position for those critical hits on his Searing Arrows, but likely isn't going to see the time to be able to find somebody off guard. Meepo level 23, meanwhile, just farming up some Ancients. Didn't have the vision on that group of people coming up, but threw off a net for good measure. Yes, Team Hot Hands is going to be needing to defend against Dix on this tier 2 tower top. They're going to have to head there now if they're going to want to deny it all. And this really is going to be one of the most important battles. If they lose this, they're just going to simply lose their racks. If the team wipe is wiped in this engagement, this is going to be GG. So they have to be really careful when positioning themselves. Now let's take a look at the positioning. Wraith King is going towards the front of the battle. Death Prophet with all the armor is positioning herself near the front. Moonlight Shadow is called. They're going to be able to take this tower, no problem. Nobody falls yet from Team Hot Hands. Concussion shot is put on Murana. And there's the Shiva's Guard, able to connect very nicely with Skymath Rage, also taking out Clinks. And they're just going to be able to take this tower. They're sitting under Voodoo Restoration, healing up. Exorcism's popped. And the GG is called. It looks like Dix is going to be winning and moving on to fight against Tension in the Dota Semi-Pro Cup Series, Series 52. Okay, thinking about Dix. It's not just Dix, it's thinking about Dix. That's the team name. Okay, so I think in this game, really what happened is just a little bit of positioning problems from Team Hot Hands. Meepo did a great job farming up, really did a great job farming up, but during team fights, the focusing was not where it needed to be. They really needed to focus down Death Prophet and Witch Doctor, so before they could pop their ultis. They just were not successful in doing that. Wraith King did a great job being at the front of engagements and taking those damage, and of course returning all that damage with the Blade Mail while it was popped. The moments where Death Prophet was almost taken down, she was successful in using her Yule Scepter, and especially against the Skywrath Mage, the Meepo's poofs, that was able to perfectly counter it. So that's going to be this game. I'm Night Vision. you're watching Hard Support right now, and I'm pretty new to casting. I'm having a ton of fun at this, though. If you're interested in listening to more of my casts, please follow us on Twitch. You can also watch our videos on not Facebook, on YouTube. And any suggestions, please send messages via Twitch, and we'd love to hear them. In the meantime, before we go on to the next match against Tenjin, we're going to take just a couple-minute break, and we'll let you know when we're able to get in the lobby. In the meantime, enjoy some good music.